Hey guys, Julie Saillant, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. Welcome back to the channel. I am a spiritual teacher and I am thrilled that you are here. Thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and comment because I respond to the comments and I am thrilled that you are here. Just wanted to pop in today because today's very interesting topic. I'm calling this Discernment, the illusion exposed. Okay. Before I get into the teaching, if you've not been here before, welcome to the channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. Right. What we do at this channel is I talk about numerology, talk about life path numbers. This is for master life path number 11, which I am. And what I'm here to do is to help you with your gifts. I help you to manifest what you're here on earth to do, to bring you into alignment so that things that you are supposed to be doing can come towards you instead of you trying to have to reach out and grab them and wrestle them to the ground. And that usually doesn't work as well. When you are in a state of flow, which means you are exactly where you're supposed to be, then things are much easier for you. And the way to get into flow is through gratitude. And I have, I think, a couple of videos on this, but flow is where it's at. But today I want to talk to you about discernment. Now, a couple of things to mention. There are many ways to work with me, and I also have a colleague that I work with. So you can work with me individually, one-on-one for 1, 3, 6 months, 9 months. Also, you can work with myself and my colleague with the Brave Academy, which just launched, and we are getting a lot of traction on. So thank you so much. If you haven't yet checked it out, I would encourage you to do so. The Brave Academy has 4 modules. Each module is a month long. And that's where we really dig deep and we go into a transformation for you and your business, okay? Or you and your spirituality. You know, the Brave Academy was something that was given to me as an idea like 5 to 6 years ago. I'm really thankful that we've launched it. And I did it because I lived in fear for so much of my life. I was afraid of my gifts. I didn't know how to move forward because there's not a lot out there in terms of real information. So I was lucky and fortunate enough to work with some shamans one-on-one. And I learned quite a bit about myself and about my gifts. But there was still a lot of fear surrounding you. If you're a healer, if you're a teacher, if you're spiritual, you know, there's a lot of information out there. But I would say probably 70% of it is probably run by false prophets. And you really have to dig for good information and for the real deal, for real people. So super important that you find somebody who knows what they're talking about and can walk their walk and talk the talk, right? Super important. But the Brave Academy is run just like a school. You can choose one module for 1 month and you can stop. You can choose all 4. It doesn't matter. It's okay with us. It's very, very, we've got reoccurring payments for you. You can pay as easy as you'd like to. But in this case, what I want to talk about today was we are here to help you with discernment. The Brave Academy is set up to help you with discernment to bring in and manifest the people and clients that you want in your life. Because if you've been in business for yourself or you've worked for anybody in the past, which you probably all have, you know that 1, we can't work with everyone. And 2, there's people that we're meant to work with that we jive with really well and others not so much. So you need the right clients, right? The ones that will listen to you and won't fight you all the time. The ones that will do the homework and don't always ask why. The ones that can really understand and see the bigger picture. So that's what the Brave Academy is here to do. So there's that. And we also offer a half-day VIP days. So that's where we can transform you and your business as well. So all the information is in this description box below. Let's get into what I want to talk about today. Okay, discernment. Let me read you what the definition of discernment is and why you should even care. Discernment, a discerning individual. Okay, the discernment means the ability to judge well. Okay, a discerning individual is considered to possess wisdom, right? And to be a good judgment, especially so with regard to the subject matter that's often overlooked by others. Now, we can be discerning, and you are usually much more discerning after you have learned a lesson, and usually it's a negative lesson. And I shouldn't say negative because Lessons are just that. There's no positive and negative. You just learned a different way or something different. It's kind of like when you were a kid and you're like, put your hand on the stove and it's like, oh, don't touch that. That's super hot, right? That's a lesson right there. So as we go through life, if you're a business owner or just for yourself personally, there's going to be people that you're going to come across and they'll either be a great fit for you or not so much. Things can go really sideways or things can go great. And everywhere in between is a spectrum. But the faster that you can discern if someone is a fit for you, the better off you are, especially professionally, but also personally, right? How many of you have been in, you've had personal relationships where they don't work very well. And sometimes it can last for very, long time, like years. But the faster that you can discern if this person is a fit for me and for my life, the better off you'll be. So for Master Life Path 11s, we are very discerning people. We are the most empathic out of all of the numbers, as you know. And if you've been following me for a while, and I'm an 11 too, and I wanted to talk about kind of how we learn, because the illusion is, I'm just looking at my notes. We always, if you want to move forward, right, which we all do, if you want to move forward, you usually look to the past, okay, for your lessons, right? Okay, so here's where this exposure comes through. So the hope is, you're going to look back and you're going to say, okay, this is what happened. It either worked or it didn't work, right? Either great or not so great, somewhere in the middle, right? But I learned this lesson, okay? And I'm going to carry that lesson forward. But here's the rub, okay? We're looking back and we're saying, okay, I understand what happened. I understand the lesson. I understood how I felt at the time, right? And I'm going to move forward. Now, when you move forward, it's usually with new people. You have changed as a person. You're not the same person that you were back in the old scenario, right? The conditions have changed. It could be something completely different, right? It could be vastly different. It could be something like, I'm starting my own business and I have never done this before, and I'm going to do something that I think is right up my alley, versus the next discernment that you might have equation would be something like, I am going to start a brand new arm of my business, but I have no idea if it's going to work. I have no experience around it. And I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants, right? You can have completely different scenarios. It does not matter if it's a new scenario or you've kind of rehashed an older one. Discernment is very powerful, because then you can say, I want to be successful quicker, faster. I want to get there really, let's go, right? But here's the rub. When you look back, you not only look at the lessons, but you have the mindset. A lot of times you're kind of like, well, if that kind of worked, I'm just going to repeat it. So you're repeating what you've done in the past, right? The actions, the mindset, the thoughts that you had. It could even be the same people around you, but probably not, but it could be, right? And then what happens is when it crumbles, you're like, why'd that happen, right? It could have worked for you last time, or it didn't work and you did the exact opposite, and it still might not be working. Why is that happening? And the reason it's happening is because we're all taught to look backwards, but what they forget to tell you is you can only take the lesson with you, okay? So you shouldn't take the mindset if it didn't work. You shouldn't take the thoughts that were in your head, okay? This is a whole new scenario that you're moving into. So that means that you really need to be thinking about things in a new and different way, right? So it's about looking back and taking the lessons and leaving all the stuff that didn't work, the people, the places, the circumstances, the thoughts in your head, the mindset, any blockages that you have, because it's super easy, and we've all done this, for you to take the blockages from the past situation and bring them into the new situation. It's really easy. And this can even be with a relationship, right? With a personal relationship with someone, if you have broken up with someone or things have changed, you can bring those new thoughts, the hurt, the pain, the guardedness, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be hurt again. I already was hurt. I don't want to do that again, but yet I still want love. I want to go into a new relationship. You've got to leave that stuff at the door. This is a brand new person. You're a brand new person, right? So take the lesson and understand what didn't work, right? But leave all the rest of the garbage back in that other situation. This situation right here, this new one with a new person, with a new business, don't take any of those blockages, old thoughts, old mindsets, anything that's stopping you. Okay. So that's why discernment is so important. So, when we hold on to the past and the bad experiences, we focus on it. And remember, whatever you focus on gets bigger, right? Because you're giving it energy. So that's again why it's very important for you to only look at the positives, right? And take the negatives and understand, well, I understand why this didn't work. I'm not going to repeat that, right? I'm different. I'm working with new people. The tendencies that someone else, a colleague or a friend or someone in your personal life may have had, this new person probably doesn't have that at all. They're completely different. So the harder part comes when we project onto them all of our past experiences and saying, okay, I hope this doesn't happen again because I can't take it if it does. Well, guess what? It is going to happen again because you're bringing it into the new business, into the new relationship, right? I'll give you another example professionally. No matter if you're spiritual, if you're a coach, or if you're just a regular business owner, I say that, I don't mean regular, but non-spiritual. Say you have an accounting firm, say you're in technology, whatever it is. Let's just say that potential customer comes up to you and it's like, I really want to work with you. And you're like, oh, great. Let's have a chat about it. Let's see kind of where you're at. Let's see what you want to do with yourself, how we can help you, right? And the entire time that they're talking inside, you're getting, this isn't a fit. This isn't going to work. This person is going to fight you every step of the way. Everything you say, they're going to go, I don't know. Why is that? Let me think about it. I don't know. They're going to fight you versus someone else who's going to say, oh, okay, I understand. They're also not going to do the introspection and reflection that's needed, right? That's huge, huge. If you're manifesting a client for your technology business or your accounting business, whatever that is, you want them, we all want the right clients to work with. That means they are in our wheelhouse, right? We understand each other, they do the homework, they have the introspection reflection, they're prepared, and they don't fight you at every turn. Because when you work with someone like me, right? Or my colleague or you yourself, I'm sure that you're thinking, okay, I'm here to help you and I can get you help. I can get you to the promised land, but you have to allow and receive, right? That I am the person that can help you. You have to receive it. You have to allow it. You have to let it in. It can't just be in front of you where they're knocking the door and you're like, hold on, I'm not ready, right? So discernment is huge. I apologize for the noise outside. It's been quiet since I've been here, and all of a sudden I turn this on and it's like, here we go, guys. This happens all the time, right? Where things try to stop me, but I don't care. We're going to keep moving forward. So, and let that be, something for you to think about, right? If you're trying to do something and then something is potentially ready to stop you, keep going. Keep going. That's just the dark ones trying to stop you from shining your light. And, at the end of the day, this is what it's about, is you shining your light. You're an 11. You have special gifts. You're a divine sentient being. You're different. You're not cursed. You're gifted. You're an amazing freaking human. I talk to so many of you, and the biggest stepping stone that 90% of you have is that you don't believe you're special. You don't believe it. And you know what? I've struggled with it too. I have struggled with stepping into my power. And it was recently shown to me, and I wanted to tell you about this through just a journaling that I did the other night. I was able and lucky enough to see two very amazing animals in the last 2 days. One was an owl and one was a dolphin, a porpoise out here. And I was like, oh, they make me so happy. The owl, I'll tell you because this is relevant to you. The owl, I had actually, the details aren't important, but what happened was I had to go down a side street to turn my car around to come back to park. And instead of doing what I would normally do, which is just go across the street, it takes 2 seconds, I was kind of angry because I couldn't find a spot and whatever. So I went down the side road, turn around. Now there was nobody on the road. It was nighttime, right? And all of a sudden I saw this thing like flutter down, and it was big, like, and I was like, what the heck is that? So of course I pull up, and it's an owl, a beautiful owl. And I was like, wow. I'm an animal communicator, so I'm looking at it, and it looked up right at me. We had a little bit of an exchange, and I said to myself, okay, I'm going to get my phone. I literally went like this to get my phone, picked my phone up. It was gone, totally gone, not in the trees, not on the ground, nowhere. I didn't hear a thing, gone. No cars, just me. That's one of those, this message is for me, right? And I know you guys get them too. Please comment and tell me what you've seen lately for animals or birds, anything. The next day, yesterday, I was looking outside the ocean, and I saw a porpoise. Only one, which is kind of weird, but there it was. And here again, very interesting. There were not a lot of people on the beach, but the ones that were there, usually when porpoises are there, people go, oh my gosh, look, for, dolphin, whatever, right? They point, they stare, they get excited, they get their phones out. There were maybe, I don't know, 7 people on the beach. Not one of them was looking. They were all looking down at the sand, looking the other way, looking around. And I was like, wow, okay, that's for me. Again, thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. But what I wanted to tell you about this was 2 things. One, if you're seeing, these are signs. These are meant for you, only for you. So right now we have a full moon. Today is February 15th. We have a full moon tonight, next couple of nights. If you have seen any animals that are like not normal, please meditate under the moon and ask the questions. Why did I see this animal? What does it mean for me? What's the message that this animal has? Okay. That's also something that we can cover in the Brave Academy. If you guys want me to do a video on animals, and if you've seen things, like I can really dive pretty deep into that. So if you want me to do that, let me know in the comments and I'll do it for you. Okay. So number 1 is journal about that. But know that that's just for you, right? No one else. And that they're coming to you for a reason. And a lot of times what the owl told me, just the gist of it was, this was very important. Step into your power. Now, I've been fighting that myself for a little bit now. I admit it, because I tell you guys everything. But this is the important part. I'm realizing that we're all connected. Now I know, I've known we're all connected for a long time, but this is a different level of connectedness. In other words, the owl said to me, you've been chosen to lead in a certain area. Every time that you shrink from it, you're hurting not only yourself, but the others that really needed your light. They needed you to step out. And I was like, what? What? Because I always think it's just about me, which I shouldn't. Not me and I'm amazing. Me as in, well, if I don't step up fully, does that really affect anybody? They're not going to know the difference, right? And the owl was saying, absolutely not true. When you don't step up, don't show yourself, don't shine your light, all those people that would have been in your tribe or are in your tribe, or should come to your tribe, all those people that you have a lesson for, or you could help them with one word, they're not going to see you or hear you because you didn't step up, because you were afraid. And that sucks. That can't be. We need each and every one of you out there. I need each and every one of you ramped up. Like, let's go. So I am again saying, I'm going to step into this because it's not about me. It's about the beautiful things that come through me from Spirit, from the angels, from your guides, from my totem animals. It's about the messages for you. And when I don't step up, it hurts others. And I don't want that. Plus, I want to fulfill my destiny. So it's important that you step forward. It's important that you say, you know what? Yep, I'm going to do it. And discernment will help you to know when it's time to step forward, what your message should be, right? How to move forward. How best do I move forward? That's what most people ask themselves every day. How do we do it? We look back. We see what's worked in the past. We take the lesson and leave the other stuff, the blockages, the I'm not sure, I don't know how to do this, Leave all that crap behind. You are a different person than you were at that when you last looked at whatever you look at the situation that you're looking at now in the background. You're a totally different person. You've evolved. So take the lesson, move forward. And for God's sakes, you guys try something different. Because when you try something different, it's like you can't get gorgeous results by doing the same thing. You've got to step out. You've got to be seen on a bigger stage. You've got to do something different, right? And if that's just showing your quirkiness or what you do or having spirits come through you to help others, right? So be it. But the illusion of looking back and taking everything that you've learned and bringing it forward is just that, an illusion. You've got to discern where to make that cutoff, what's going to go forward and what you're going to leave in the past. I picked a couple cards for you guys. The first one, and remember, I used to take the zodiac signs out, but I put them back in only because I wanted to know what the information was from the card. So this is a Capricorn, and it doesn't matter what it is, but what's important is it says unstoppable ambition and sage wisdom. And if you can't see this because you're listening to me via audio, it's got a really big goat, I guess, and it's got huge horns, which you wouldn't want to tangle with. Unstoppable ambition and sage wisdom. That's what you have. You're unstoppable. Say that to yourself. I'm unstoppable. I'm amazing. I can do anything. I can achieve anything. Done. Think about it. When it's done like that, game over. For moon healing, you got pink moon, growth, rebirth, renewal. This is so gorgeous. I'm sorry if you can't see it, but it's a pink moon, a full moon, that's got the pink flowers underneath it. Growth, rebirth, renewal, right? That's what a lot of you are going through, the renewal and the rebirth. I know I am going through a very, very deep spiritual awakening, and it's not easy. You know, it's the loss of sleep and the constant, I don't know what's going on, and the changing. That's the reset still happening to me, but that's okay. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's the whole point of it, right? For the fixed stars, you got Betelgeuse, which is the red supergiant, connects to divine love, warmth of heart, soul's purpose is joy. And it's showing underneath this beautiful fiery moon. Looks like a giant ball of fire. It's got in the dark a beautiful ship, connects to divine love. And when you do that, you have the warmth of heart, and your soul's purpose is pure joy. Moon healing, got the wolf moon. This is two wolves. Trust your instinct. Howling to the moon. I've not gotten this card. It's beautiful. I have a thing for wolves. I love wolves. I'm connected to them. And trust your instincts. That's what I'm saying, guys. Trust your instincts. Trust and know that discernment is, what do I need to know to move forward, right? Discernment is taking the lesson and asking yourself, do you want to repeat it? Should we? Right? Will it give me better results? Will it feel in alignment with who I am? And lastly, you got the message from the universe, which is the comet. Transmute pain of shadow self, brings hope, faith, renewal, and strength. And this is you guys. So when you transmute your pain, right, into beautiful glory, that brings hope, faith, renewal, and strength. When you trust your instincts and you connect to the divine, your soul's joy is right there. That is growth, rebirth, renewal, and that gives you unstoppable ambition and wisdom. Okay, guys, I hope this helped you. I love you all. Please don't forget to comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Don't forget to sign up for the Brave Academy. I will give the link for the application below, or the half VIP day, or if you want to work with me, everything's there. Thanks, guys. Take care. Talk to you soon.